So I want to talk about why you're tired all the time, and I actually tried to record this a few weeks ago on my phone, but then because there were some problems with my phone, so I lost the footage. And so I'm doing it again. Okay. So the reason you're tired all the time is because you're operating from a place of a fake identity, in the sense that if you look at children, you will see that they're full of energy. You see them like running around, screaming, playing. It's like they have infinite, boundless energy to do whatever it is they want to do, be it like play, run, cry, express their emotions, and whatever. And so as you grow older, you realize that, as the day goes by, I feel like I have to, when I wake up, the moment I wake up, I am like so tired. I have no energy to do the things that I like. I feel like the days drag by. I just can't wait for the day to end. But at the same time, you feel like you're running out of time. And so the only reason that you're tired all the time is because the difference between you and a child is that the child has yet to fully form an identity. He or she, or whatever gender, hasn't yet formed certain thoughts, opinions, identities, beliefs about themselves. And because they are that way, because they don't have all these mind stuff, all these mind and emotional forms in their energy field, they have more energy to just naturally express being alive, to express being happy, to express being sad, to play and have fun and all these things. But because as they grow older, as you grow older, you start to take on beliefs, opinions, and judgments that you have about yourself, about other people, about the world, and you sort of form an identity around yourself, sort of like a shell, like a shell around you of who you think yourself to be, and who you think other people is how they are and how the world is. And so suddenly there's a separation between you and the entire world, and it requires energy to be able to hold onto that sort of shell, to hold on to all these thoughts, opinions, judgments, beliefs that you have about yourself and about the world, to keep yourself like as an identity, like apart from the entire world. And so all these take energy, and all these things, when they use up your energy, they leech off your life force, your energy, and so you naturally will have much lesser energy to just feel alive, to be alive, to experience life, as opposed to children. But it doesn't have to be this way. It is you are able to go back to that state of being energetic, joyful, and just feeling at one with the whole of existence, with the whole of life again. And you don't just get to enjoy that as a child when you have, no judgments, opinions, or identity yet. You get to have that, but this time you get to do it consciously, where you know that you have already gone through the process of forming an identity around yourself, like opinion, judgment around who you are. And because you know that it doesn't bring you happiness, it is sucking your energy, it is like something that is like just not good for you, that is just not, it doesn't make you happy. Because when there is separation between you and someone else, or you and the whole world, you naturally you don't feel good. You will feel the feeling of separation isn't good. It will be like you feel lonely, like even in large groups of people among your friends, you feel like nobody understands you, nobody can fully get you, nobody truly loves you, and you're interacting with other people, with the world, as a sort of image. And when images aren't reals, and so when images like interact with images, or ideas interact with ideas, then everything just feels really surface level. Everything just feels like this, like on the top, like this. But what you actually want and what you actually need is like real true connection with yourself and other people, with yourself and the whole world, so that you can actually go deep with that person, to like go deep. And then even if you want to do surface stuff, is okay too, but you're able to go deep with that. But if you are just interacting with the world and other people as a image and idea that you have for yourself, then you can only be able to just interact on a more superficial level, on a more surface level, and it's not fun. Doesn't bring you happiness. You just feel like it just feels off. And so you can be energetic again, you can be full of life force again, you can be able to feel like you are super in touch with the whole world again, like you are part of it, and you'll never feel lonely again once you remove all these thoughts, opinions, judgments, beliefs that you have about yourself and you have about the world. And once you do, all the life force you have will just come back to you, because you no longer needed the energy to use it to maintain that form. And it's just now like free flowing, it comes back to you. And if you have learned physics, then you would know that energy doesn't just go away, it's transmuted, or it's changed from one form to another. So an analogy that I think is quite like apt for this situation would be, if you think of water in the form of ice. So it is like everything is packed together, all the particles are packed together in the form of an ice cube, and they don't have space to move. They feel very like the particles are like just next to each other and vibrating, and everything feels a bit constricted. That is sort of like how you are as an adult, as a like fully formed identity based on all your attachments to opinions, judgments, beliefs you have about yourself and the world. And that is how you are. And so it just feels like really claustrophobic. You feel like you're in a tense state all the time. That's why you lack energy. That's why you're like, I don't have energy to do stuff, because all the energy is used to maintain this very tense state, this very restricted state. But then once you realize that, no, it's not for me, I don't want to be so lethargic all the time, I don't want to be unhappy all the time and feel separate and lonely all the time, and I want to lose my identity again, lose it sort of, because you actually don't really have an identity, you just think you do and you believe that you do. But when you consciously decide that, you know what, I'm going to let go of all these ideas, beliefs, opinions, judgments and I have about the world and myself, then you would, that as an ice cube forms an ice cube, you would slowly like melt to become water, and you suddenly are able to be more free flowing, more energetic. You're able to take up the form of whatever the situation is. Like, you used to be like, I have to be like this, I am to be like this way because this is how I believe myself to be. But then when you realize that I don't have to be this way, I don't have to keep holding on to these ideas and beliefs about myself, then you realize that in your interactions with with other people in the world, whatever situation you're in, you just are able to let go of all these ideas, and you become more fluid in your expression, in your identity. And then whatever situations you're in, you can change yourself to fit into this situations, but not in the sense that you are wei qing yourself, which means, it's a Chinese word, it's like you're not like people pleasing in the sense that you're changing yourself, but more that because I don't have such a fixed identity anymore, I'm okay, I'm free to be whoever I want to be in whatever situation I want to be. And it's just free. You don't have to be that same way all the time. You can be whatever way you want to be in whatever situation you're in, and there is so much freedom in that. There's so much happiness in that freedom. And then from that liquid state, if you were to go even further and just let go of yourself more, let go of your judgments, all your opinions, all your attachments more and more, you will change from that liquid state to a gaseous state. And you're just in a gaseous state, you're just like, if you think about gas, it's like all everywhere all the time, and there's just so much more room to move, to be, to have fun, to be energetic. And yeah, and so that's the reason that I think that's the reason that I feel like adults are tired all the time. It's because they're stuck in that ice state, that this is who I am state, this is how the world is state, and they just have really fixed ideas. But then as you slowly let go, because you want to be happy, because you want to be free, because you want to be go back to originally who you are, which is free, which is consciousness, which is awareness, that has absolutely no ideas of how the world or how you should be, then you'll just be free again, you'll just be happy again, you'll just be energetic again. And yeah, there's so much freedom in that, and I want it for you, I want it for everybody. And yeah. So this is me filming it a second time. I feel like this time is a little bit more smooth. The other time, because my phone was like running out of battery, or no battery, was it storage? So I had to like cut the video up into like different sections to film it, but it didn't matter in the end since I lost the footage. So I'm just doing it again on a new phone. Well, not new, but another phone. And so I think that's all for today. That's all I want to say for today. And also, when you change from, for example, the solid state, the fixed identity state, to the gaseous state, to the no identity stage, you realize that all the energy from that state, from that fixed state, returns back to you. It gives you back more energy to experience life on a deeper level, where everything you see, everything you hear, everything you touch just feels more nuanced, more detailed, more clearer, because you are no longer stuck in your mind. You're no longer thinking about your past or your future, and because your past and your future are sort of memories and projections. So memories, you try to hold on to them because that's how you kind of like have the fixed identity to form that fixed identity around you, because I have gone through these, I've experienced this, that's why I'm like this. And so all these holding on to the memories and then projecting into the future, certain fears, worries, whatever, all these require energy, and it takes you out of the present state, takes you out of the present moment, and it really takes away your energy, your life force. And so when you no longer do all these things, when you no longer have to when you no longer need a past or need a future, because you no longer need an identity, all these energy that is previously required for all these mental activities or emotional activities, they will come back to you. They will allow your life force and energy to be much more strong in the here and the now, in the present moment. That's why when you experience the world with all your six senses, or 5 or 6 senses, then everything is just so much more wonderful. You're like, you go back to like sort of a childlike state, where you're just in awe with the whole world. You're just like, everything is just so wonderful. Everything is like I'm experiencing for the first time, experiencing it for the first time. It is so magical. And that's why we're so happy when we're children, because we are so much in the present state, we're so much in the now, and everything just seems so wonderful, so magical, so amazing to us. But we lose that as we grow older, because of now all our life force and energy is just used to think about the past, think about the future, to maintain that fixed identity, beliefs, thoughts. And so yeah, I feel like it's a cycle, that if you want to be happy again, you go from, when you were a child, you go like from a happy state, and then to then as you grow older, teenager, adult, you're sad, you're down, and then because you want to return back to that state of happiness again, you return back to the childlike state, but you're more you're wiser for it, you're like more aware for it, and it is something that you can do for yourself now. It's something that you don't have to feel like that was just meant for me when I was a child. Like happiness and freedom was only meant for me as a child, and now as an adult, I no longer am entitled to it. I'm no longer worthy of it. That's so sad, but but you don't have to think that way. If you are really serious about your happiness, if you're really like, I'm going to be happy no matter what, and I'm going to overcome whatever there is in my way to reach that happiness, even yourself, even your own tendency to form opinions and judgments and attachments and hold them very strong to yourself, even that, if you're able to be willing to even let go of that, and you have to be willing to be able to let go of that, then you'll reach happiness again. Then you will just go back to your natural state of joy and freedom, because that is your natural state. You just lost it along the way, and it is never truly lost. You just have to be able to recover it and cover it. And I want that for you. I want it for every single person in this world, and I know our world will be much better for it. It will have no more wars, no more fighting, no more conflicts, because everybody is just happy. They always say that you have to fill your own cup before you can fill anybody else's, and that is so true. You help the world by being happy yourself first, and because you're so happy, you are so like full in your own cup, it overflows. You overflow. Your happiness overflows to the rest of the world, to the entire world, and you just infect people with your happy energy, with your energy of freedom, of possibilities, of awe, of magic, of wonder. And when other people see that that is possible, then they know that it's possible for themselves too, because we are connected, we are one on the deepest level. And when you have that on the deepest level, other people can feel it, other people can, they will want it too for themselves. And then when the time comes, you can share, you can do whatever you want with all what you have learned, with your knowledge. And yeah, so that's it. That's all I want to share for today. The wind is so strong now. Yeah, so I'm not sure, the angle is a little bit different because I have filmed this in two different parts. I'm like, after I finish the first part, I'm like, I will always think about, did I finish saying everything that I felt like I wanted to say? And then if I didn't, I'll be, I should have said this. And so this is me in the, I should have said this. And then I'm gonna add this to the around the back part. So if there's a different change of the angle of the camera, I hope you forgive me for that. And so yeah, that's it. That's all I want to share for today. And if there's any questions that you wanna ask me, or there's anything that you want to share with me too, that's okay. Just leave it in the comment box below, and I will read it when I have time. And so that's it. Bye.